Dahlgren has been a photographer for over 35 years, working in newspaper and television.
But Steve switched gears. Steve now works full-time for the Madison Fire Department, working out of Fire Station 7 on the far west side. But that photo bug was too hard to shake. He started a part-time business, Dog Grin Photography, focusing his attention on what else? Dog photography. This morning we met up with Steve for a little photo shoot with the Hounds.
My treat. There you go. And Lola, there we go. See? Yeah, we got to warm up a little bit. Now we're good.
Is this one of the hardest parts?
Normally not, and it's not too bad. I mean, a lot of people get worried about it. Maybe 3/4 of the way to the tree, and then turn around, come back, and walk this way.
Okay.
Come on.
Let's go. Come on, Lola.
Well, that got enthusiastic.
Come on, Estie. Estie. He can't hear or see.
Oh.
Come on. Let's go.
See, I'm running out of...
Come on. Come on. Estie, this way. Come on.
I'm running out of stuff.
Come on.
Can't hear?
Come on.
That's another issue that I have recently started to have, is that as I kneel down, they instinctively want to come and be right close to you, which is not exactly where I need them to be.
What are you doing, Estie? What are you doing, Estie?
Lola. What? Oh, yeah. Very nice.
There's your new profile picture, Mark.
Steve joins us now. Great shot.
That is a great shot. Hi, Steve. Nice to see you.
So how'd this all come about?
Well, I just kind of combined the two things. I always liked photography. It's about as opposite of firefighting as you can get, and I love dogs. I've always been around dogs, and just wanted to continue those two things.
Now, when you're shooting dogs, do you do it in a studio, or do you like to be in nature? How do you like to approach it?
All outside. I shouldn't say all outside, but it's on location. It's where the dogs are the most comfortable, and so I don't have a studio at all. So it's always at the people's homes, in their backyards, at a dog park, downtown, wherever they'd like to be.
Here's some shots from this morning. Yep. There's Estie.
That's a great shot.
Photographer in the background.
Now, Estie is how old?
Estie's 12.
And Lola?
Lola's 10.
And Lola's 10.
So is it tough to get the dogs to cooperate?
No. Well, that's kind of the whole deal. Is my background is in journalism. We just kind of go with the flow and capture what happens during the time that we're with them, and that's kind of what I try and do, is just get a little snapshot into a bit of their life.
So more just covering an event.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what my training and that's kind of my thought process.
What kind of reaction do you get from the owners?
You know, they're kind of all over the board. You know, a lot of people think it's going to be, you know, hey, we can put costumes and top hats on and that sort of thing, and that's really not what I try and do. I kind of, you know, I want to show what the dogs. I want to have the owners be able to look back, you know, 20 years from now and remember certain things about the dog. And
you get them in their natural essence. And I was looking at your pictures. You really capture their facial expressions.
Oh, thanks.
And I really think dogs have very distinct facial expressions.
They're very visual. Yeah, all their communications are done obviously without speech. So it's I mean, they have to be able to communicate their feelings through their looks and gestures.
And for most people, their dogs are part of the family.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And unfortunately, they're not around that long. You know, they kind of get the short end of the stick when it comes to lifespan. You know, they're 10 years or so. Yeah. So, you know, I get a number of calls a year, probably 10 times, where people will call and say, "Yeah, I just got a bad diagnosis. You know, can you come over?" And we always make sure we fit them in. And
then you have a photo book that you can put together.
Yeah, that's one of the things. My wife, who is kind of the business manager, Rose, she puts these together, and it's a good combination. I do the photos, she does the books, and it's just kind of a neat thing. It's a good way to be able to show 40 or 50 pictures, you know, where else you can't really put them up on your wall and do that. Yeah, so this is kind of a neat way to show them. It's, you know, literally a coffee table book, and the images are essentially just photographs. I mean, you could cut them out and put them on the wall. They're that high quality.
The printing quality is spectacular.
Yeah.
Now, how much time did you spend with the Hounds? How long?
About a half hour.
Yeah, it was about a half an hour,
You got
and then
some
maybe
amazing pictures.
About an hour editing too. So there's always I was telling Mark that about 60% of the picture is done when I take it, and then the rest of it is done in editing, and that's how people can really improve their photos. Is if they just do a little editing real quick, you can make them look, you know, kind of pop out of the screen even more.
DogGrinPhotography.com is the web address. It's there on the screen.
Yep.
Great experience today. It's a lot of
Great.
fun.
I'm glad you had fun. Yeah, it's a good way to remember.
And
your
thanks
pups.
for all you do with the Madison Fire Department as well.
You're very welcome. It's a great job.
Steve, thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Great to see you.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks.